Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on tuning, hear what I say, but watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Test, test, test. Yes. All right. Welcome. If you're watching, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Say something in chat so that I know that I'm not just talking to the air. And I will check to see real quick to see if anybody's here. Let me test and see if I can say anything in chat. Test. There. Okay. It's funny because when you go away from streaming for a while, I don't know if I've lost it, but I feel like I'm definitely out of practice. All right, I don't see anybody yet in chat, but I see my little test, so that's good. Okay. Yay! Hi, Matt. Thank you so much for coming by. So, I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be streaming today. I've got a couple things. I've got this model. This is the Wind Rider. This is the dragon part of it, and it looks amazing. So let me go ahead and switch to overhead so you guys can see that. Look at it. I did knock it off the table, and so I did break off his tusks here, so I might have to patch that up a little bit. Hello, Dawn. I'm glad to see you here as well. Yay. So it always makes me feel better when I know at least a few people are watching. First thing I'm going to do is switch back up. Feel free to work and, you know, lurk and work, or you can sit and chat with me either way. This is the Canuckmara. I had a TikTok video of it go viral recently. I found a punch, and I don't know where this is from. RP Tools is where it's from. It's maple leaves, and this kind of tool works the best when you actually have real leaves, because the paper was a little bit thick. I used actually this construction paper. What is under here? Hold on. Oh, looks like one of those. And then I've also started working on these 7 dwarves. This is for my sister. I'm painting it for her for a gift. So I might actually halfway through the stream stop and work on this a little bit, because I am really excited about it and it's really cool. There's 7 dwarves. Sieben Zwerge in German, auf Deutsch. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna tab this over here. How's everybody been? Anything fun and new? Don't forget, tomorrow we're gonna do our watch party. What's it called? Ted Lasso watch party. So hopefully everybody will be there for that. Alright, those need to be they need to be about the same size, and this side is a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit to this side. Better to have extra than too little. Okay, there we go. We can always take some out of that. That is much better. We can mesh those together. So I'm very excited about how the model for the Patreon is going. It's going really fast. I found out, and I'm really excited about this. Yeah, they are cool. I found out that the good thing about the last test print, I found out that it was a test print, and so that actually means, let's see if I can make this pointy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's cut this. So test prints actually done with a little bit higher nozzle. So that means, let me try this again. That means that part of the reason why he looks a little bit mushy and soft was because his it was supposed to be, so they can actually check on the volumes and stuff. So there we go. So I have to figure out if I can find a way to make this video savable in my YouTube so that I can list it later, because it'd be nice to still do some YouTube videos for folks. Okay, that's gonna work good. I do have a little tool here and a little water on it. There we go. Smooth it. Just a little bit. Okay. What I might do also, since I don't want to bump this before it cures, I'm just gonna leave that there and probably shape it later once it cures. And I'm gonna just take the tiniest amount here. Also, just to let you know, I did go ahead and invite the whole Patreon to this stream, even though I know that the Kick Butt Kibitzers technically are the only ones who have the right to it. But the thing is that there's so few people coming to the streams that it makes it a lot more fun for me and a lot more worth it for me if more people are coming. And so I figure we can always restrict later if, we get a lot more people, and maybe by then, the people who've been coming will see what they're missing. Right? But I really appreciate you guys being here right now. My kick butt kibitzers. It's just the tiniest little broken piece right there. I don't know why I'm torturing myself. I'm such a perfectionist. This client is one of my first collector clients, so I really want to do a good job for him. Alright, I'm going to let that dry and cure and not touch it. So we'll work on this guy. So I'm debating on making a red dragon. I'm going to try to find a color palette. Actually, where's the art card? The art card. I had it. Do I stick it over there? Hold on. I always put things for safekeeping and then I lose them. Okay, hold on. I'm going to look it up online. That makes it faster. And then for those of you guys who... So I have taped the sword so that it is flat. It's still a little bit bowed. I'm going to put a little bit more tape on it. Yeah, I have the right idea. Good. There we go. Just a little skosh more tape. Tape that down. And that will... We're going to hit that with a hairdryer once more. Alright, Winright, let me go look at this art card, because the art card is pretty non-colorful. So I'm going to go into YouTube and I'm going to look for a color palette. I'm going to just look for Chinese dragon art to see if I can find a palette. Chinese dragon art. I just have purple Shoshie violet all over the back of my hand. Ooh, that's pretty. Whoa. There's some really... If you do this Google Chinese dragon art, there's some amazing pieces. Wow. What is this? Wow. Okay, found a dragon I love. Wait, I found a dragon? With a rider. Ooh. He's got armor on though, so I don't want that. Let me look up Chinese dragon rider. Maybe that will. Chinese. There we go. Oh, I found it. This is awesome. It's a woman. She's still wearing red. Let's see, what about this? That's like a ninja. Boring. I think I'm gonna go with this art for my dragon. I'll show you the piece. Whoa. Wow. I just found a whole bunch of dragon art. I'm gonna put the link. It's dragon wallpaper. I'm going to put the link in chat so you guys can click on it and check it out because it's amazing. Look at this. This is a whole bunch of dragon art. And what I do is I look for artwork somebody else has already made. They've already worked out all the colors and all of the color theory and everything. And all I do is kind of like pick out those colors and put them on my model, and I'll work in a limited palette like that. This is the piece that I want to do. Here, I'm going to give you the link to this. This is the particular... Hi, Ferk! Wie geht? Wie geht es dir? Wie geht's? Here, look. Schau mal. 7 Zwerge. I'm not done with him. He needs to be, he's bashful, so he's supposed to be a little bit more red. Hi, Joshua. Yay, I'm glad everybody's here. Oh no, it didn't sound patronizing. You're fine. I know how you are. You're not patronizing. Okay. Going back to my, this is my rider, and I just linked the dragon that I found. I'm going to print it out. I'm going to go open image in a new tab. Ooh, that's huge. That's awesome. So I'm going to print this. It's got 2 pieces. Okay, that's fine. I think it'll print. Oh, yep, it's printing. Okay. Now, I've got to kind of figure out. So based on the palette in this painting, there is a soft blue-green. There's some yellows. There's some other things. I like the soft blue-green, so maybe I can make this guy's robes that kind of blue-green color. All right, hold on. I'm going to go get these prints. I'll be right back. All right, I need to print it again because apparently it's only printing 1 page of it. Let's do portrait. Let's do landscape. There we go. Now we're going to get the whole thing, well, at least part of it on the page. This is enough. Alright, give me 1 second again. This is my process. You get to see me do the whole process. Mir geht es gut, danke. You love Dwarves. Snow White was your first VHS. Yeah. Schneewittchen. Hold on. Okay, let's examine what colors. This is a very, what would be called analogous color scheme. I mean, we've got, everything is on this side of the color wheel. It's all on the same side of the color. Where is my color wheel? And of course, I can never find things when I need them. That's okay. But you can see orange, red, yellow, brown. Nothing really kind of popping, but this over here is like a pale bluey green, and it's really pretty. But the blue, see, so this would be considered split complementary, I think, because we got yellow and red, and then no, orange and red, and then we've got a blue green. Yeah, that's the and there is yellow, but it's primarily, it's that 3. I really want to find my color wheel so I can show you guys what I'm exactly talking about here. This green, I'm going to mix this green right now on my palette. It's a little bit more intense on my screen, so I'm going to look at it. Yeah, it's pretty close. Actually, there's a lot of gray in there. Okay, so I think we'll take a combo of these 2. I'm going to put some palette paper on my palette. So have you guys been working on anything fun? We're going to do a whip trip right after this stream. So put your stuff in the gallery in the Discord. Not in Triptych, but in the Shoshie's Minis Patreon Discord. We'll take a look and we'll do whip trip just like old times. Oops, that's too much water. Let me throw this old water out too. There we go. All right, we're set. Mix this color. It is a dusty blue, and I think it's because it has some of that orange in it, just a smidge. Ooh, that's pretty close. Let's do a little tiny bit of green. go back to chat so I can read it. Good. There. Okay, that's too bright. Let's put a little bit of sienna. That's really, yeah, I think that actually is one of the colors in here. Let's see what happens now if we play around. Yeah, there we go. So that orange cancels that blue a little bit and makes it more dusky. Add a little tiny bit of green to it. Yep, there we go. Can you guys see how I did that? And the way I did that was I looked at this orange and I thought, what's making that desaturated? Because that looks beautiful. All right, so now that I know what colors my robes are going to be, I can go about priming this guy here. You just uploaded some pictures in the CNC Discord that you'd like to get commented on. Oh, definitely. Great artwork. Tetrad. Yes, possibly. It is a tetrad. I'm not sure which one. All right, I need my mask. And I'm going to prime this real quick because then I'm going to put some of this in the airbrush because I want this. Look at how smooth this is. There's no way I will hand brush that. That will take forever and it won't look good. So, take off my microphone real quick. I officially got Shoshie. If it helps, you know what? I can get my other mic. It's a little bit better. Give me 1 second. Let me get my other mic. It's a lot nicer. I'm going to plug in my other mic for a second. Switch mics with OBS. This is going to be 9 times easier. Okay, test. All right, and you can still hear me. That's awesome. If it's too loud, let me know. It looks like it might be a little tiny bit loud. Let me turn it down just a tiny bit. There we go. Waiting for a client to send a link. Okay. There's a little bit of buzz. It's coming from the mask. And I apologize in advance. So we'll just make do. All right, let's start putting on the airbrush. I'm going to prime this in brown because I've got the other model in brown. This is Stynylrez Red Brown Primer. And as you can see, it's really beautiful. And I think it's going to make a really nice base. Make it look too easy. I'm going to put on gloves. What do I make look easy? Painting? Mixing colors, maybe? Something I noticed, I don't think there is as much of a lag for chatting on YouTube as there was Twitch, and I don't know why. All right, there we go.
I'll put more in there because I want to do plenty. Okay. See how that spiders? Can you see the little spiders? There we go. I want it to be nice and smooth. Gotta start this off real soft. A little bit noisy. I'm just going to prime the whole thing so that it all has this kind of underlying brown coat. I don't know if you know this, but when I painted the Canuck Mara, I primed it in brown as well, and look at how lovely. And so most of what I did then was, because I had this brown base coat, I highlighted up a little bit and shaded down, but I used my primer as my base coat, and it saved so much time. Better? Good. Now what I may do after I finish airbrushing this is hit it with the hairdryer, and that's going to cause it to cure just a little bit more. Because it does take 24 hours for an airbrush primer to cure completely. We just run the risk of having it scratch. Okay. I'm going to have him do this so that he's got his outfit up there. And then this, I'm going to hit this with the hairdryer before I prime it. And then I'm going to hair dry this as well. I'm going to mute myself. So give me a second while I mute. Okay, real quick, you can see my little face lines. I'm going to explain why color mixing is so easy for me, and I'm going to teach you maybe some tricks so that you can get some shortcuts yourself. So, I have my cheat sheet, right? This is my cheat sheet, and when I'm color mixing, I look, what is the base color of this? It's a blue, right? Or it's a green. It's more green on this side, it's more blue on this side. So what is this, a pastel blue? Yes. So I look for the closest color in my range that's close to that, and that's how I got this. Then, because like I said, I'm looking at this orange, so whoever painted this probably got some orange mixed into their blue. So then I look, this is obviously, this is like a glaze, right? And then there are some darker versions of that same color in other parts of this. So then I look and I say, what is this? What is my closest color to this? And that's when I pick up my sienna and I put that on my palette. And obviously this is not full strength sienna, but when you mix it with this blue, I get my blue green color. And I also did mix a little bit of this green over here. And that's, I cheat with the primer too. I have to cheat because a number of other things, but I will not let you get too big of a head. It'll go straight to my ego, right? A lot of it is practice and just, you know, knowing how things have worked for me in the past, right? You just kind of build a library of info in your brain. But yeah, the primer does cheat as well because, again, this brown, there are lots of browns in this thing. And also red looks really, there's a lot of red in brown. And it is it's my branching color. It's my bridge color. That's what I'm going to call it, bridge color. So if I want all my shadows of red are dark red or dark brown, right? Because there's quite a bit of orange on this dragon. So having brown as a base makes sense. Plus the colors that we just mixed. Oh no, I just dropped my sword. Hold on one second. Let's see if it didn't break. Okay, good. It did not break. That blue is going to pop right off of that brown. I don't know if it's going to work really well. We're going to try it. But let's put the mask back on and see what we can do. Gotta pull my bill. Okay. All right, you ready? Let's go ahead and flip cameras. And I'm going to finish priming this little guy here, just to make sure that's well coated. Just looking for any little spots. Okay, I see that looks pretty good. Now, set him over here. Over here. I don't need to prime the sword brown, but I need to prime the arm brown. Now, this samurai Wind Rider guy is not white, so I'm not going to paint him with Caucasian skin tones. I need to find some colors that are going to look good on him, which is another reason why the brown for the base is going to look good as well. All right, hold on. I got to rinse out my airbrush real quick. There we go. I'm going to throw some more airbrush cleaner in my... I just got some new airbrush cleaner. There we go. You guys know how much I love this Badger spray through cleaner. I'm not sponsored by them, but I bought this with my money because I love it. Try not to spill it all over myself here. Alright, that's enough. But yeah, the reason why it's so good to cheat with the primer is because you're going to save so much time if you're commission painting. And this is a commission, so every bit of shortcuts that I take, as long as it's going to lead to a good looking model, I'm going to take it. Right? Okay, now we can go back cleaning this again. I lost my, well, there it is. My dump pot. There we go. This is what I was looking for. This is my #1 most important airbrush tool next to the airbrush itself. There, it's finally going down. With the air compressor. There we go. Okay, we'll clean that out. There is dried paint on the sides, which we don't want to go down into the brush. Alright, I'm cleaning it out. See how that's nice? Now we're going to do one more. You can see there is still paint at the bottom of it. Let's do it again. I dumped that out. It's cloudy, but now we're gonna blow that through. I see it's still cloudy. Your ego is prepared. That's great. Milk jug with some cat litter. Yes. There, see? That is nice and clear. Well, it's not 100% clear, but it's clearer. By the time I get this all clean through, watch this. See? It's clean on the paper towel, and that's what I'm going through. And when you get to that last little bit and no paint blows through, then you're ready. So we're going to mix together this blue over here. Brush, brush, brush. I need a relatively clean one. This is a good one. I like these craft brushes, these golden Takalon. Alright, I'm just going to grab a bunch of that, a little tiny bit of the green, and then we're going to desaturate it with this color right here. Add a little bit more because I wanted a little bit more. There, that's really pretty right there. Now, I might decide later that I want to do this a lot brighter because the brown here is going to desaturate it more once we spray it on top. But for now, I'm okay. So here we go. Just going to take this. Make sure I don't have any lint on my brush. When you add brush to when you add paint from the brush to your airbrush, it acts like baleen, like a whale. No. Orange yellow skin. No. It's gonna be more of a. It's not orange yellow. It's gonna be more like a tan. A tan. All right, there we go. I'm gonna start painting here. Yeah. I'm just going to really do real light colors with this. Notice that I'm starting on the bottom because if I mess up and I don't like it, guess what? It's hidden. And it's very pretty. I really like these colors. Okay. Love it. Notice I'm doing his clothes under here first, and then I can paint his skin later. Uh-oh. Okay. Turn it. I'm out of paint. I need to mix more. Mix more paint. See where I put a lot? Let's do a lot. Let's add a little water. Thin that out a little bit. There's our green. Now a little bit of our desaturating orange. And you can kind of see it's not quite there yet. We need a little bit more of that orangey color. There we go. Mix that good. I feel like it's even darker than that. There we go. So now it went too far, so we need to add some more blue and some more green. There we come. See, bring it back. That's pretty. Oh, I want that green in there though. There we go. Alright, now we can put that. I should add a little bit of thinner. Just a skosh. I put way too much thinner in, so I dumped half of it out, but that's okay. Alright, I'm putting this in. This monument paint didn't really need to be thinned too much. I mean, it uses the water that's on the palette, but we're pretty good. Okay, I need to check something, make sure. There we go. Okay. By the way, let me know if my playlist ends. See, that's really nice. There was a lot of thinner at the bottom of the cup, so now we're blowing all that through until we get that softness. Oops, too much. See, I blow that dry, and now we can go ahead and cover it up. I really love that blue color. There are some, can you see the little speckles? I'm going to get rid of those now. I think it needs maybe a teeny bit of thinner, just a tiny, tiny bit. What happens if I just do a tiny bit of thinner? And then I'm going to stir it. Okay. Now when I do my skin for him, it's probably going to be a golden brown, possibly. We'll have to look up some references to find the right color. I always get references when I do non-Caucasian skin tones because I want to get it right. Come on. Why isn't it blowing? There we go. It had paint on the end of it. I think there's a clog. Hold on. No! Okay, let me try it again. Sometimes what I need to do is get a Q-tip and then wipe off the side of the outside of the nozzle and we'll put a little airbrush cleaner directly on here. If I can get it to come out. There we go. Woo. All right, then so I can clean that off and get that dry tip off, which is what I think is causing me to have problems with my nozzle. There we go. Still not wanting to do what I want. Let me try backing it out. And hopefully it won't continue to clog. Sometimes you got to play with it. There we go. That's better. Let me try brazing the pressure. Okay, I think it's coming out now. It is spattering, so I'm going to stop. I don't want it to spatter. What I want is this soft thing. I don't want this. There we go. Okay, do you see now it's coming out a lot? I think what happened is that the thinner at the bottom of the paint finally came through. Okay, I'm just going to try to add a little bit more paint. Okay, let's see. There we go. It's spattering a little bit on me, but I'm blowing it on a place where there's supposed to be a highlight, so hopefully that'll hide it. Okay. Ah! There is a little bit of spatter. Just going to take my Q-tip here. See if I can. See, I made a little hole in the back of his outfit. There, covered it. I found another spatter mark. We're having problems with airbrushing. The nice thing about airbrush, it's not so hard to fix if you slow down a little bit. There we go. Well, I'm getting spatters, so might end up having to make that part of his outfit for sure, like some kind of flower pattern or something. Let's let that dry a little bit. Hold on. Oh, you know why it's spattering? This is why it's spattering, because we're out of paint. Let's do this. Let's make a little bit more. Okay, there's green. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's pull that over so you can see what I'm doing here. I really, really do love that color, though. That's a lovely color. And it's going to look amazing on that red dragon. Okay. So, let's just do this. I'm going to mix a little bit of this sienna. Just smooth over here. With the green. Of the sienna. See, I'm waiting until it gets closer to this color over here. We can see if it's color matching yet. There we go. See, now it's almost the exact same color. Color magic. I just added a little water. Put some in my palette, or in my airbrush. There we go. Okay, let's try this. Let's make sure it blows through here first. We don't want to. There we go. Beautiful, soft airbrushing. Oh, it's spattered right away. Damn it. There is a trick you can use to avoid the spattering, and that's where you kind of spray off here and then move your model over. So I'm going to spray and then move it over here. Is it coming out again? Nope. I got a little clog. Hold on. I'm going to add a little bit of thinner. There we go. Yay, Shoshie. There we go. Come on. There we go. I got the clog. There. Now, whatever it was finally unclogged itself. Ah! You see all those spatters? I'm not going to continue to... Oh. Let's let that dry. It's spattering more. Okay. We're getting it though. I think I want to stop before I mess him up because it looks really pretty right there. It's just a gorgeous color. All right. Let me do a thorough clean out of the airbrush. Find my dump pot. There it is. This is the brand new cleaner too. I don't know. Okay, let's try it. Backing the needle out. There we go. Sometimes that really helps. It's not coming out at all now. What's happening? Yeah, it's not coming out. Look, look. Let's try dumping it, wiping it out. That's my nightmare. I think what I'm going to do is switch airbrushes because this one is a detail brush and I'm not having a good time with it right now. Okay, I'm going to switch over here. Oh, there it's going down. Yay! Okay, good. I backed out the needle just enough. Now it's clear. See, on my streams, you get to see all the foibles. I bet you missed that. That's nice to be able to just spray it right into the trash. That's good. Okay. Do one last little clean out of the inside of the cup with the... You got to be careful about putting the swabs into the cup because sometimes those little fibers can get loose. All right. Ooh. See, now it's going. Let's do one more. We want to make sure it goes through clear. Yeah, see, now it's going through clear. It is bubbling a little bit. All right, that's clear. Now we can go about painting his skin. I think I'm gonna first of all, let's find a reference for Asian skin tones, especially so. Let me take off my mask. So when you're painting any skin tones, especially ones that aren't, look at this, especially non-Caucasian skin tones, the best references are other paintings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google painting painting Asian skin tones. Going to have thousands of questions when you finally get an airbrush. And you can do a lot of the same stuff without one. It's just because it's commission, I really need to reduce my time. And especially this beautiful smooth blue. Look, I mean, it really came out so lovely. I'm really, really loving that blue color. All right, so now I'm going to just do a quick Google Asian skin tone. First, I'll just see what happens when I get Asian skin tones. Because sometimes just a photograph is good. Nope, it's all photographs. It's a little bit difficult. Now let's go painting. Now we're going to add painting as a keyword. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're going to do image search. Yes, yes. Okay. Warm. It's a very warm skin tone. So first of all, I just have to say Asia covers a ton of ethnicities. And so make sure if you're looking for, you know, a specific kind, we're looking for, it is a little bit more of a ochre color. This does seem to be a good base for it. Okay. So once I get a couple references, I'm going to print them out so I can look at them with you and show you the undertones and everything. Open image in a new tab. Did I do it? There we go. Okay, print that. It's going to be tiny, but that's okay. I'm going to do another one. There we go. This is a good one. It's got a lot of red in it. Since that, ooh, there's a beautiful one. So a lot of the examples here are women, but that's okay. I'm gonna look for Asian man. Let's see what happens when I Google Asian man skin tones painting. Yeah, it doesn't show me any paintings. Oh, I do see some things. Hold on. I have to scroll down far enough. Maybe if I do samurai painting. Let's try samurai painting. Samurai. There we go. And they're very stylized. There's nothing, and they all have armor. Let me try, what's another word? Maybe Wind Rider? See what happens when I Google that. Ooh, you get all kinds of stuff. Here we go. Let me Google like a Tibetan monk. Tibetan monk. That might have better, yes. Okay. And let me do painting. We'll just add painting to that and see what we get. And then I get all the sand paintings. Ooh, here we go. Oh, here we go. That's beautiful. There is some red tones that I would not have expected. Let's open that in a new tab. I'm going to print this. Now, because this guy's so small, we probably don't want to have the reds as vivid, but those browns are going to be nice. I think the first one that I picked out is going to be the best. Okay. Yeah, and then this one is the problem. Ooh, here's a good one. This is going to be my last one that I'm going to pick. Open a new tab. Print that. Okay, let me show you these 3 examples. We're going to try to find the common colors in the 3 of them. And I think it's going to be really pretty. And the coolest thing is the colors are in the dragon as well. So it will be very harmonious once we finish. Now, in the monk picture that I got, massive delay on the chat. Maybe take an Indian skin tone. Sorry about the chat delay. All right, I'm going to go get prints and then I'll be back. Let me know if the chat is still delaying for you. I wasn't even looking at chat, so it probably wouldn't matter too much. All right, I've got my prints. Let's take a look. Okay, here's the first one. And we can see there is quite a lot of this kind of toffee, I would call it like a toffee color, you know. It's called golden brown, I believe, on the bottle. Chestnut gold. Chestnut gold. Now, if I were to pick out other colors that are in here, there is a little bit of blue over here, which probably got mixed into the cheek. There's a little bit of, this is more of an orangey color right here. And then a little bit of actual yellow here. And then all of the highlights are just tints. So a little bit of probably ivory mixed in with the original color. All right, look at this guy. How much red is there? But I gotta get rid of this. We don't want such a cool, because we're not using cool colors, so we're not going to use this. This guy, I don't know, I think this is a lady, but look how beautiful this is. There's ruddy colors here. There's a beautiful yellow, pastel yellow right here. Again, we've got this. This is our base pretty much. If you were to look at the whole thing, and it's on, you can even tell, like when you're looking on the back, they put it into the painting as well. So I'm going to put this on my palette. Type something again, Don, so I can see if you guys are still with me. Now, looking at these 2 colors, I'm definitely going to want to add some of that sienna, and I'm going to want to add some burnt red as well. So we're going to make some mixtures here with the 2. There we go. That's pretty. Yeah, that's sort of like another shadow color. Just that little bit of red. And that's probably our highlight. And then that's our deepest shadow. And then is there any blue? There is a tiny, tiny bit of blue. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it's not blue. It's more of a purple shade shadow. I'm going to use a little transparent. Just a little transparent because purple is, yeah. Oh yeah, beautiful. That is my darkest shadow color right there. And then we're going to take, I want a kind of a desaturated ivory like this. Olive flesh, perfect. That's going to be, not sure if Dawn heard it, so you'll write something. Okay, perfect. Thank you. There we go. There is some more highlight. We've got pretty much the range of everything. And then there was a smidge of pastel yellow. So I'm going to do this pale yellow right here. Oop, it's stuck. Hold on. This is going to be my palette here from, and I can adjust this anytime as we get to painting more the dragon as well, because we might want to. We might want to adjust his color. Oh yeah, that's the perfect yellow. There is a little bit more intensity. So if I mix this color with my yellow, that's probably, nope, that didn't do it. That actually isn't in there at all. What can I use? It's more of, let's try this. Yeah, that's got more yellow in it. There's Dawn. All right, let's add a little bit of that to that. There, that's it. So it's this yellow and that yellow, not that one and that one. There's something about those two that work better. All right, so I'm gonna start with painting in some of my shadows with a little bit of this purple and this dark ruddy color. I might need to switch brushes. Don't worry, I'm going to hold it close in a minute here. I need to get a good brush. Okay. There's my reference. And I'm going to start with the eyelids here. I'm laying in my shadows to start. Do a little bit under his nose, just like if you were, we're just going to do the smallest amount of shadow on the bridge of the nose. Blend that into the ear as well, because shading, we're just blocking in our colors to start. Okay, we need a little bit more of that reddish purple. Yeah, that's pretty. Let's get a little bit more purple, a little bit more of that sienna. And I'm just gonna go around on his ear, because ears tend to be reddish anyway. All around his hair. This is gonna end up black, but we want to give it into this to just get some value coloring first. I'm gonna add some more purple. Oh yes, a little bit more purple. Okay, flipping him around. Being really careful not to hit his robes. Now I'm just going to paint his whole little top knot. And I'll look at chat in 1 second. There we go. Okay. So far that looks nice. Okay, and then with my reddish color, I'm just going to come in here and give some more shadows to the side of his face and try to soften those up a little bit. Let's go ahead and put more. And then I'm going to paint all of his lips with this color as well. All right, can you see now? Oop. Now you can see how we're hitting. Let's give him a little bit more cheekbone over here as well. In makeup world, we call this contouring. I'm going to let that dry because that actually looks really lovely. All right, and then we're going to go back down here where all of his other shadows are as well. I'm going to get some more sienna. And just smoothing it out when it has a hard line. Okay. So I'm just going in and painting all my shadows first. We can always lighten and paint up later. If we don't get it dark enough in the beginning, it might not look good. We need more purple. I'm going to go into my sienna mixture. Ooh, that's too watery. So I'm going to dab my brush and just mop it up with my brush. I'll show you. Just going to mop it. Then I blot it and then I mop it again. So it's the right color. That orange sits on that little bit of blue overspray really nice. Okay, a little bit more of that orangey color. Tan, golden. It's like a mix of the sienna and the gold. Now we can put a little bit of this in there. Okay, so pretty against that blue again. Now we're just going to smooth, just so nothing dries crunchy. Give me a second, I'm going to look at chat. I'm in the zone now. There's a spot on his ankle that got a little bit too light. I'm coming back in here to cancel it out with a shadow. It's okay. Glasses. Whew, sorry, there we go. What about mandarin? Mandarin is orange, isn't it? So, this is what are you talking about? That won't look good as skin. We've already got, maybe that's what you were saying this color is. This color is sienna mixed with chestnut gold. So we're just gonna call it our sienna chestnut. That's what we'll call it. There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit the highlights a little bit with that. This is the mixture of sienna and chestnut right now. Already looking really nice. Okay, that's pretty. Let's go ahead and add some of that darker color. We'll add that orange. Because like I said, we can lighten it and highlight later. All of his, we need to go back in on his face. Hold on, I need a different brush. Part of why I'm painting so fast is because I have this kind of idea if you start painting in these highlights here, get a little bit of that ear. So the temples and this forehead. Beautiful. See how lovely that is? And we're going to go back over to this ear. and this cheekbone a little bit. And I'm just finding the volumes of the face. Okay. Let's go into that golden color. You missed the song? Aw. All right, so now I need that sienna color because we're gonna add back in that ruddy. We've got the purple in there now. You need that sienna. On his face, and I see it on his, a little bit on his nose. There's a little bit on the inside corners of his eyes. The lips. I'm going to push it into the hairline a little bit. It's the sienna that is going to make it feel more like a flesh tone, right? Because it's going to give you that life. Let's do that on his knee as well, because wherever there is blood, we're going to see more of that ruddy color. Now, there is just a tiny skosh of this burnt red. It is a little bit different than the sienna. I'm going to take it and I'm going to very carefully apply it to, like, over here. Again, bringing back life to the model. Do a little bit on the forehead here. I tap it just a smidge just to pick it up a little bit on the chin. It's really beautiful. I'm sorry, I get very enamored with my own painting sometimes, and that's a good sign because it means the commission is going to be going well. Let's get the ends of his toes a little bit, because feet always have, feet, ears, knees always have a little bit extra blood because the capillaries. So let me ask you, what do you think so far? We probably need to hit more of the lighter highlights now. I'm going to go into my chestnut, and I'm starting with just the highest highlights for the chestnut because I can always, like I said, I can always kind of shade down. It's pretty light. Add a little bit more of this golden color here. Smooth it. Because if we got too light, we can always come in and knock it back down with the last color that you used. Get the bridge of the nose. And I don't know what this part, does anybody know what this part of your mouth is? Like on either side of the Cupid's bow, these like flaps of lip. Let me switch back, there we go. I have to say that the colors are really looking so pretty with that blue. Let's do a little bit lighter. Since this is such a small model, we barely need any. See how bright that is? That's really bright. We're going to blend that in and then knock it back down again with our last color. That's pretty. Let's do the other cheekbone side. Go back to my golden. This really, I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to look like a mouse. There we go. Okay, so that all needs to dry a little bit. And when I come back, you can see it real well. Smooth it in. Oh yeah, he's looking beautiful. I'm going to go back 2 steps down now. And a very thin glaze to bring it all kind of together. So we're not so, yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. I need my burnt red one more time because it looks like I lost some of his color with all that yellow will cancel some of that red. So we're going to come back and put that back in there. I'm going to look at chat in a second as well. Woo. Put a little bit more of that red in the hairline. Okay, I'm going to take a second here. You love it? Filtrum. Filtrum is in the middle. What are the sides? Hey, Ro, how are you? It's so nice to see you stream again. Yeah. Hoo-hoo, Ro. Okay, I need a second where I'm going to go into my zone and I'm going to see if I can pick out some of my details because I'm looking at him and I'm seeing a lot of sort of mistakes that I want to tighten up on. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, it's so bright. He really is a very, I'm not sure what the word is. He's a very fine model in that his features are very fine and delicate. There we go. Get the end of the nose. End of the nose should be brighter because it is the highest point on the face, but we do want a little bit of rosiness to it once. He's coming alive. Yes. He's okay. So look, it looks like he's wearing makeup. So this is where I need a little bit of Reichman Flesh Shade, I think. That's the gloss. I don't want the gloss. Here it is, Reichman Flesh Shade. I'm hoping it's not too red. I might have to go back and fix it with sienna, but I'm gonna do a very, very, very thin. Oh, see, he's still got. I need to blend. give me 1 second. This little part right here. All of his volumes are not transitioned slow enough. There we go. Just smoothing out some of the areas where the transitions are abrupt. Okay, but now we're going to use the Reichman Flesh Shade, just a tiny amount. I'm going to prayer circle. We're just going to do a little thing of it over the skin. And what it does is it kind of creates a filter and it blurs all of your, yeah, that looks really nice, I think. It blurs all your brush strokes. It gives them a little bit of gloss. I'm going to let that dry. Yeah, he looks wrong now. We're going to have to work. But look, I mean, hold on a second. If you look at this and this, he's getting there. He's getting close. Nasal labial crease. I like that. There we go. Thank you. Luminous. Cupid's bow. Filter ridge. Filter nasal labial crease. Oh, okay. We need to let that completely dry. I'm going to go in with this purple, and I'm debating on a little bit of black. I'm going to start with the purple. Because if we do that, it's going to darken up his face a lot. Yeah, we're going to need some black. Because that's going to change everything. All right, let me get my black. I'm going to use a transparent black because it's not quite so strong, and it will also blend with the purple nice. Okay, I'm just going to put a drop on my palette. I'm going to mix it with my purple first so I get an even darker purple. Yep, yep, yep. I'm pulling it away from his head so that way it feels like he's got little tiny hairs. See, and that purple and that black will hopefully make him look. There we go. Dry, dry, dry. A little bit more. Let's do a little bit more black on the edges. Okay. So don't forget, guys, we're gonna do Whip Trip toward the end of this. So put your stuff in the Whip Trip gallery now, so that we can go look at it. And then also we're gonna do our watch party tomorrow. And we can look at Whip Trip. Oh yeah, that looks so nice with that dark hair. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. See how that changed the whole face? Now he's got this beautiful caramel skin. Before we get too far, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can put in his little eyebrows. Actually, let me put in his eyes first. He's got beautiful small eyes. I'm going to go ahead and make the top lip extra dark as well. Oh, I messed up his... Don't want him to have a crazy smile. There. Fix that. Okay, now we can go back to highlighting some things again. I'm gonna look at chat. I see some chats. Don't know, could be one. I think it's a commission. Yes, it is a commission. It is. It is a commission for a collector. There we go. I like that. You can see his face real well. I mean, the dragon is going to be the focal point. Now, so for the lips, we're going to go back to the reddish color for the bottom lip. This is the reddish brown. I'm gonna let that dry. It looks like a little bit like lipstick at the moment, but I need to let it dry. I'm gonna go back with my red here, give him a little bit more cheek tone, but not too much. He's got way too much cheek. We're gonna go back with our highlight color, which is a little bit of yellow. I'm going to do a little bit of highlight on this bottom lip here. Yeah, and that took away a lot of the kind of lipstick look. It looks good. Okay. I want to add a smidge of this toffee color right there. Just softening that shadow that's on the side of his face a little bit. Just to give him a little bit more youth. Ooh. All right, that Druchii Violet made a big difference in my opinion. So he's got these little dots on his forehead. Let's go ahead and put in his eyebrows first. Just gonna make them kind of straight with a more, okay, so when I'm looking at my eyebrows, the inner part is where it's the thickest, and then it'll thin out. So I'll press a little bit and then pull it. So that he has a beautiful expression. I'm very satisfied. Let's get his eyelid color. I'm going to use that top, little bit of that lighter yellow with the just in the middle. There. Oh, I'm so happy with him. It made a huge difference. And let's go ahead and just dry brush his ear with that. I'm just doing a little bit of that dry brush into the ear as well there. Okay. I'm in love. Need a tiny bit of reddish on the nose. Just at the bottom here. And we'll go back to the ear and put a little of that reddish on the ear. Ears always have some blood. Looks really good. I'm going to give him a little tiny bit more red on the bridge of the nose. I'm in love. Okay. That looks good. I'm going to do the little dots. There's some little tiny points on his head. I'm not sure what they symbolize. I think they might be beauty marks or something. There. I'm just going back over his temples. Give him a little bit of sideburn. All right, I think that looks amazing. I'm going to take a quick picture before I get too far. And I'm going to throw it up in the gallery, and then we can do whip trips. Does that sound good to you guys? Okay, I'm going to take a picture of with my, oops, it's going to let me take a picture of my example plus, of course, now it's not wanting to focus. There we go. It wants to focus on the other face. There. Oop, nope, almost. Okay, I got it. So there's still a little bit more smoothing that I need to do, but it's really hard to do on stream. But I'm going to throw this up in the gallery on the Discord, and then we can look at everybody else's stuff as well. I'm going to put it in whip. And put those two. All right, make sure you've got your things in whip trip. We're going to look at whip trips. I want to see my music. Okay, are you guys ready? Let me see what is, oh, I'm going to shut the airbrush off. We're going to go to the galleries. Okay, I'm going to put everything in from today. Okay, we got Luminous. Ro, do you want to put anything in? Open link. Oh, wow, that is amazing, Luminous. Hold on. I want to put up some more things, even though not everybody's here yet. We got, all right, backside. We got a lot of things in here. That'll give you guys time to throw something. Oh, wow, Kyle's got some cool stuff. Wow. There's my Canuck Mara. Haha. Okay. Sneaky Tiny Small has some things. She's got 3 pinups she's built. All right. Don't put it, remember, don't put it in Triptych Gallery. Put it in to Shoshie's mini server gallery. Oh, that came out really nice. I'm excited. Okay, let's go look at Luminous' new piece. Or it's not new. You've been working on this a little bit. So I'm going to shrink this. Bear with me, I gotta get this the right size. There we go. Put this down. Okay, you ready? So we're gonna do whip trip. It's been so long, hasn't it? We're gonna switch face. There we go. Can you guys see it? Oh, you can't see it yet. Hold on, let me fix it. This one? Yes. Okay, take a look. This is Luminous, and look at this. He's basically, I'm trying to remember the name. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. There's a very famous Japanese painter, and he did this painting called The Wave. I'm gonna give you his name in just a second here. He's one of my favorite Japanese painters. And I love the story, the backstory behind him. Okay, The Great Wave of Kanagawa. Is that right? And I'm probably mispronouncing that. Ukiyo-e artist. Yeah, that's where he's from. Hokusai. Yeah. Hi, Rumble. I'm glad that you made it. Throw some stuff in the whip trip. Not in the whip trip, in the whip gallery of the Shoshie's mini server. Yeah, your freehand. So let me show you real quick. This is the painting I think that it's inspired from. And when you have freehand to get to inspired from, it's always fun. And I think that looks gorgeous. And do you guys see how he painted the dark first? So it feels like it is really, set apart. It's hard to explain. But I can tell he painted the white after he painted the dark. You wish you had something. Do you have any pies or birds to show off? He just Googled the Oriental wave painting. Well, it looks really good, Joshua. I mean, just because you Googled something doesn't mean you'd be able to replicate it onto a small model, and you did a great job. You did a fantastic job. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Now, if you want a little critique, I can give you a little critique. I need to do this so you can see. So on the part of her kimono that does a bump, this part, even on the wave, you can make it a little bit lighter and it'll feel a little bit more like fabric. But I think it's looking really good. All right, let's look at more. Who's this next? There we go. This is All Right Backside, and he is doing that Primark, and I cannot remember his name, but he's that new Slanesh character that is out there. And it's looking really good. I really like how the strands of hair look so far. And this is Kyle. Kyle's not here right now, but I just want to show you. Kyle's he's such an artist. I just found out, and look at this. He builds these little sets and everything for his models. That's not a good, but this is insane. And I wish I had the carpentry skills to do half the stuff he's doing here. Sigvald. Is that what this is? Oh, Sigvald is this guy. Yes. There's another Sigvald in here. This one is from Chris. And I love this because if you look close, it's like an impressionistic painting. And when you squint at it, it really does look like metallic gold. But look at all the colors that are just in, one part of it. You haven't gone in and really pushed the shadows or highlights, but you'll keep it in mind. Yeah, no, I think it's looking good. Luminous. This is Sigvald as well. I love the colors on the breech clout here. Those are so pretty. Yeah, the astronaut. I'm a little delayed, so I think we need to get Kyle to post more of his stuff and some of his bird pictures as well. All right, Sneaky is doing some of the new pinups that just came out from Kingdom Death. Can't remember which one this is. Yeah, I don't remember. This is the Dung Ball Beetle Knight. Or no, sorry, that is the Dung Ball pinup. So she is the Dung Ball. Isn't that funny? And then this one is the Beetle Knight, and her hips are huge. Oh wait, she's got extra armor on her hips that make it look even bigger than they are. That's so funny. And she's got a tiny tiny dung ball in her hand. That's fantastic. Okay, so this is my guy, and you can see that I worked from this painting, and then not too bad. Not too bad. I think he needs a few more highlights, but not terrible. Let me go see if anybody has any more things. Yep, good. Batalur has one more. Pinup Witch Disciple, yeah. Do you mind checking your uploaded pictures in the CNC channel? Yes, I will. Let's look at Batalur. My only thing, Batalur, is your photo lighting is a little bit dark on the ravens, but he's looking really nice. I think you're almost done with it. You just need a nice little plinth to get him kind of up off the table. I think that's what we talked about the last time. Let me go to look and see if Frerk's pieces are in here. Frerk has CNC. Ah, okay. There we go. Beautiful Frerk. These are gorgeous. I'm going to open these all and we'll look at them from start to finish here. Okay, let's go back to Frerk. Wow, the leather is insane, the amount of little textures and details that you've got on there. And the chain. What model is this? Let me see. Do I have it on screen? Yes. Do I have it on screen? Let me make sure. Yes, I do. Good. Said it is... So Frerk says, I would say I'm done with this figure. I already prepared a scenic base for him, but so far I magnetized his regular base and attached him. I think that's great. I love it when you can use, I love the little tiny bits of color down here that it actually brings your eye back up to his glowing eyes. Look at the details. These are what we call micro texturing. And it looks amazing. Wow. Wow. Very nice, Frerk. Look at this. It's all these tiny little scrapes and scratches and everything that he's done on here that just take it to a realism level for me. Because it's not perfect. It's real looking. It's a Kipash. The base is a Stormcast Eternal, sword KDM lantern armor, and the head from Cromlech. Oh, no wonder the sword looks familiar. Well, it's a very creative and cool Kipash. Look at this. See the little, even the tiny scratches on his knees and on his armor? I mean, this. Did you scratch him at all, or did you just paint that on there? It's really nice. Look at the sword. Cromlech bits are quite nice. Good work, Frerk. Yep, I agree. Very good work, Frerk. Here we go. Let's see if anybody else has anything in CNC. Oh yeah, we've got the, whoa, our backside has a cool looking, what is this called? But he's been working on this for a while, but I think it looks really nice. I'm liking it. All right, I think that's it. Whoops, I'll do this for the face and then. All right, this has been really fun, guys. Most scratches are painted. They look amazing. They look so cool. I get lazy and sometimes I don't do that micro texturing like I should, but it always looks good. Tomorrow, 2:30 to 5:30 ish, we're gonna watch the Ted Lasso. We're gonna watch a few like 2 or 3 episodes. They're only like 20 minutes long, but we're going to watch a few episodes of Ted Lasso. So please come back tomorrow and join us. And if you have more stuff that you want to show, bring photos. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Have a good one.